I wanted to ask you about kind of real quickly the culture of NXT. There were reports that like Velveteen Dream and Drake Wuertz had become problematic and that people were unhappy with their behaviors or just kind of things they were doing. Did you notice anything with those two? Was there known problems?
No,
no, okay.
No, nothing. I don't get this. It's for me sometimes a little bit clickbait stuff.
Yeah.
And I just can't speak for me. I know Drake since 2010. It was one of my first WWE matches against him.
Oh, really?
And since then, like I know he had back in the day like the alcohol addiction problems, and then he got better and stuff like this. But I have a different opinion probably about all like the guys who wants to shit on him, which is it doesn't matter how he believes in politics or whatever. And this is very important because especially right now, America is such a divided country because of politics, because the election last year and because of all like the bullshit going around with COVID and with all like the stuff what happened just which you can see on television or what got like promoted, doesn't matter. Everybody should have the freedom of choice, what you want to do, what you believe in. Of course, and I haven't seen anything, and he was always great to me.
Yeah.
When he did something like this, it's probably okay, shut the fuck up, because if you believe in that, if you like to think that, if you believe in whatever somebody calls a conspiracy, that's good. That's awesome, but keep it to yourself. And also you need to know when you work for a public traded company, it's okay to be open to express your minds because it's the First Amendment, but know that you probably get yourself in trouble because let's say he posts something about politics, right? You probably have some guys who would agree with you, but also you have maybe more guys who disagree with you. So you get 50% off your followers, kind of, So you have to know you damage yourself. And even if you think, okay, there's some guys out there, they share my opinion about a political topic or something, just know some people are right on the other side.
Yeah.
And also, like, I hear like about he was like a big supporter of working against child trafficking. And I think I speak for everybody. Nobody thinks that's a good thing. It's a horrible thing. And if you get deep into it, you probably get fucked up in your brain. And if you in that rabbit hole and you probably see something everywhere. And maybe he got too deep in it. I don't know. It's just, just a question of that. But you cannot bring that to work. You are a professional athlete. You're a professional worker for this company. You have to be professional. If somebody wants to get the vaccine, it's his choice. If nobody wants the vaccine, it's fine. And maybe you're on his opinion, but you cannot tell somebody who wants to get it, don't get it. Because, that's let it be, But again, I never heard something about that. I never witnessed something about it. And with Velveteen Dream, he was always a great character. I did not have a personal relationship with him, but I talked with him together, I wrestled with him together, and he was always like varying his character, even like in the way of like, hey, fans want to get autographs, but he sticked on that heel persona that he was like, no, thank you, and just walked away like he's right now on stage. Yeah. But also with that, this publicity is totally shit, and if he really did that, you have to prove it. You cannot be just a guy on the internet, and there's a lot of people who accuse somebody just for the sake of getting famous. You have to go to the police. If that's something and you have the screenshots of the conversation, you have to go to the police. You have to go to a lawyer. You have to go in front of court, and there is a judge, a jury. Otherwise, you cannot take it serious. So in my opinion, it's always like that. Speak about speaking out movement, which was the first time that was mentioned. You had a lot of people who got fired, but you also had a lot of people who got accused but not got fired, because behind that there is always an investigation.
Right.
right? So when I tell you right away, you cannot do your podcast anymore because you're a thief, I have to prove it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, and if I cannot prove it with a court hearing, and a jury which says you're guilty or not.
I guess with Dream, and I don't want to get too, I mean, if I want to talk to Dream, I'll try to talk to Dream. I don't need to talk to you about Dream, but I think just to put a button on this, like, I think the issue was it became a public trial, right? And and I don't really know WWE defended. Like, if there was evidence that he didn't do something, right? I think that's what would have maybe sufficed the critics, because there were already kind of things out there that had led people to believe that there was more to the story. I was surprised if there was an investigation, they found out that there was nothing to it, that they didn't push back more forcefully, because without that, the guy's just, a leaf in the wind. There's not much he can do. So,
but again, like, I feel sorry for the guy, because if that really happens, it's horrible, right? And if it's true what has happened, of course you should get punished for that. But again, like, if I would be that guy, I would go to the police.
Yeah,
that's the point. Because even like on WWE side, in the end, you cannot tell WWE what to do and what not. If so, like, probably 50% of the roster would be gone because there's a character they don't like or whatever. You know what I mean? And especially because Velveteen Dream is so good in his character to piss people off. You know what I mean? That a lot of people would say, "Oh, F that guy." You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. Like, when you say, okay, you got to the trial of the internet. Okay, who's there? Guys with no profile picture who text you whatever, who cuss at you, try to get you off or reply to them. That's the internet. The internet is full of guys who try to hurt you. And that's, when you're famous, when you're an actor, and you do something stupid, even if it's, I don't know, you misspell a word, they are behind you. They try to mock you. They try to bring you down. Internet is not good or it's good to become like a mental health patient in a clinic, And I just have the rant about the internet right now because I hate internet. I hate social media. Social media is probably a curse, and also a good thing. What could happen to the human race? Because you can promote stuff for free, especially me speaking as a professional wrestler now, a free agent. I need to use that to make commercial, to get the word around. But in the end, it's a place for everybody. I can open a second account and trash everything what I don't like. So I can hide behind social media. I can do something good, but I can do the opposite of it. I can do, I can just spread everything what I want to say, which comes up in a time where I don't know, I'm drunk, so I have a rant about something, So internet, it's especially social media is, I think, a reason why people are dividing more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.